Joe No's response to accusations of him basically controlling the game, controlling the updates and outcomes of gameplay. There's so many rumors going around the 2K community. Joe No's ruined NBA 2K26. In my opinion as well, Joe Knows is the face of 2K. I've never seen a content creator go one-on-one with Mike Wang. I've never seen a content creator put the head of 2K development in a headlock. You know, guys, every night before bed, I say a prayer, and I don't know how many of you guys are religious, but I highly recommend believing in something other than yourself, a higher power. So last night, I was praying to Joe Knows that we get some answers. I was asking Joe Knows for patience. If anybody knows how to fix the issues that are currently taking place at NBA 2K26's latest patch update, it'll definitely be Joe. It's awesome. If you guys are looking for players to run with, you're tired of running with randoms, and you're looking for a crew on NBA 2K26, join the AllCity 2K Discord. We are the #1 2K Discord outside of NBA 2K's Discord. With over 30,000 members, I'm sure you'll find players to add to your crew, or you'll find a crew to join. If you would like to join one of the AllCity crews, subscribe to our Discord and we got a spot for you. The link for Discord is in the description below. Join today.
You're badgering him to be the face, the smoke. I'm not badgering him to be the face. He is the face. Buddy, newsflash, the whole team has a logo. 3 of them have builds in the game. His editor got to go to early access community day. Newsflash, dickhead. He's the face. He's the only person in the planet to get a one-on-one sit down with the developer. Newsflash, dumbass. That's not me badgering him. That's an objective fact. He is the face of the game.
I mean, who else would it be outside of Joe? I've never seen a 2K player get banned from so many leagues because he was just too dominant a player. If it's not Joe, then who? Who would be considered the face of 2K from a content creator's perspective? If you guys have any ideas, any candidates you have in mind, share them in the comment section. Who would you recommend the face of NBA 2K be? Now, we're about to play off Joe No's response to accusations being made that he controls the gameplay updates and he controls pretty much the outcome of gameplay development. And in case you guys don't have time to watch the full video or full response from Joe Knows, I'll quickly summarize with this post from Badge Plug. He says, for anyone who doesn't have 6 minutes to watch, Joe Knows basically said he owns the company, Take-Two Interactive, who create 2K, and Mike Wang changes the game solely off of how he wants the game to be. Joe Knows got the juice.
All right, here goes some more content for everybody. Let's talk about it. All right, Swante. Let's get into it, baby. So after getting home and being able to kind of comb through the actual finer details of the things that you were discussing in your community and other people in the 2K community and the whole reaction to the whole situation, let's talk about it. I actually think we agree about a lot of things. I think the reaction of some of my fan base that you said was, coming at you kind of hard was, probably just based off of the title mainly, which we understand. Like, you're not going to title the video, Joe Knows has some influence over to NBA 2K26. Like, I understand. The game is the game. You know what I mean? We're all in the content creation game. I understand what you're doing. But you have to understand, like, when I see that and then I see the reaction to that and I have people coming at me like, essentially, it's like, bro, you control the game. You told them to do this. And I'm like, hold on a second. Like, I've actually been saying a lot of the opposite of what ended up being in that patch, or at least the timing of some of that stuff. Like, I was saying, be patient. Let's wait and really see. And then people are coming at me like, obviously I'm going to have to I don't want to say defend myself because it's not that serious, but like, I'm going to have to defend myself in terms of like swinging that pendulum back to like a balanced place. Now, it seems like you think, or judging by the stuff that I saw you say, it seems like you feel it's like, Joe doesn't have some magic button that Joe pushes the button and they do what he says. Just Joe has some influence because devs are in his stream and, he gets invited to events and all that stuff. And I'd say that's fair. Like, I know I have influence. I'm not denying the fact that some of the things I say hold more weight than maybe person A, B, or C saying the same thing. I completely understand that, and that's fair. And I own that. But when it gets swung so far in the other direction where it's like, anything you say goes, and if the game's good, it's on you. If the game sucks, it's on you. And it's like, hold on a second. Like, let's look at the patch. I play on a 6.8. I was using Blur all year when not everybody, but majority of people were still using Deep Bomber because they want to shoot from half court. Like, why would I want Blur to all of a sudden, like, be 70% less effective than it used to be. Like, why would I want all of a sudden the ball to just pop out of my hands every time I look at somebody? Why would I want a 6'8" to be moving in mud all of a sudden? Like, all these things that changed with patch 2, if you actually watch me play, like, they go against a lot of the stuff that I enjoy doing on the game. And I'm not saying that makes it right or wrong, because the game should not be based around just the way I play. I've always said I want balance in builds, balance in play styles, because ultimately that's going to create much better content overall for the community. And obviously content creation is my job. But I think it's like, I found some of the videos you make, they are funny. Like, you troll, you make jokes, and I laugh. I like it. I think we actually had each other blocked at one point. So I don't know if your account got banned or whatever, but I was able to see the video you posted a little while ago. And I don't think we necessarily disagree on a lot of stuff. I just think the wording and the way people take things out of context, sometimes it tries to like pit content creators against each other. It seems like you're just saying I have influence over the game more than somebody else might. And I think that's fair. But like I said, I just felt like it went too far in the other direction, where it was like people were making assumptions that like whatever I say goes. And like, clearly, if you look at the patch, that is not the case. If you look at last year's game, that is not the case. Like I said, I thought it was the worst 2K of all time. And, you know, like, I was still getting invited to events and things like that. Like, y'all got to realize, when it comes to my relationship with 2K, we haven't always been on good terms. Like, some people start content creation and within the first year or two, they get invited to 2K events. It took me 7 years. I had to hit 1 million subscribers to get invited to my first community day. Like, it hasn't always been that me and 2K have had a good relationship. Like, a lot of times, majority of my content creation career, we never talked to each other. I never had any interaction with 2K. As the years have gone, we've started to develop a relationship, and now sometimes Mike or some other devs are in my stream and they ask me questions about my opinion, and sometimes my opinion isn't what ends up getting changed. Like, I knew if they nerfed Blur, there would be no good slashing takeover in the game. I knew it. I said it. I have DMs with other content creators when we talked about the topic. I knew if they did something to Blur, everyone would use Deep Bomber. I see my boy D-Man out there, who is a slasher to his core. He's talking about, man, I think I'm about to use a shooting take because none of these slashing takes are good. I do not agree with that, but they did that in the patch. Poster machine is ass now. Blur is now. I'm out there using Deep Bomber. You got slashers using Deep Bomber take because it's way more effective than any other offensive takeover. So everything I say doesn't go. And that was the only pushback I had on what you were saying. And I think, judging by the things you say, I think we actually agree on the topic. But it was just the thumbnail and some of the reaction, or not the thumbnail, I'm sorry, the title and some of the reaction to it all that kind of started to stir the pot. And obviously it made the day more entertaining at the end of the day. So I guess we're doing our jobs. But that's all I'm saying, bro. I know I have influence. I'm not denying that at all. But it's also what Joe Knows says doesn't just automatically get implemented. That's not how it works either. And that was my only pushback on it, bro. That was the main thing I was pushing back. Like, whoa, we can say I have influence. And even if you want to argue who has the most influence, if you think that's me, that's fine. We can talk about that. And I'm here to listen to that. But it's just the people that were starting to say, Joe, just whatever Joe says goes, and that's what 2K does. Like, that is super cap. And judging by what you said and some of the other creators that reacted to your video and all that, I don't think any of you actually feel that way, but I have to say my piece to make sure the general public also understand that. So keep up the content, Swante. I appreciate you, bro. Take it easy.
If you guys are tired of running with randoms and you're looking for players to run with on NBA 2K, come on out and join the AllCity 2K Discord. The link will be in the description below. Find players and get runs now. Drop a like and drop a sub on your way out. Leave your thoughts and comments in the comment section below. I'll catch you guys on the next video. Easy, y'all.